All right. Okay, welcome to Niagara Ironbacks baseball. I'm Darren Clark. I'm here with Jesse Seguin. Bring you the second perfect game collegiate league game ever played outside the United States as the Ironbacks take on the Newark Pilots at George Taylor Field in the heart of the glove box of the Niagara region, Merritton, Ontario. Merritton, of course, known affectionately to some locals as a place where dreams come true. This is Game 6 of the season. Jesse, as the Ironbacks have started 1-4.
Yeah, they finally got their first win, I think, right there on the doubleheader last Sunday. I think it's the perfect time for them to get their win as they had a couple days off there, come back home, get a couple good practices in, and I got inside knowledge that they had a team bonding experience.
Bonding experience.
They did. They went out to a couple of their sponsors, and I heard they should have stuck to baseball because they're not very good bowlers. So
okay, all right, okay. Stick to baseball because they're not very good. What?
Bowlers. They went
bowling.
Bowling.
When in doubt, go bowling.
Go bowling.
That makes a lot of sense. Absolutely. After finally defeating the Batavia Muck Dogs, it was a big win, 4-1 the other night. A second game of doubleheader. That was awesome. Today's opponent, Newark Pilots, 4-1-1 coming into the game. As different as the records may be, neither team has actually hit a home run, but their offense is drastically different to date.
100%, yes. The Pilots are actually leading the league in batting average and on-base percentage, so the Ironbacks will be tough today.
They will. Pitcher for the Ironbacks today will be J.J. Reynolds. We saw him here last time. He came in, I think he was the third pitcher in the game there on opening day. A long appearance, perhaps eating up some innings because in the end,
left him in maybe a little too long.
Things went a little bit sideways for JJ. So it'll be interesting to see how he does today against a really potent lineup here in Newark. Paulie, oh my goodness, leading things off. I couldn't wait for something to happen to say Paulie, oh my goodness. But Paulie goodness starting things off. That's a good start from Reynolds. Nice pitch, 0-1. Coming right at him a little bit high. See the wind blowing out to right field today?
It's a little chilly evening today.
It is chilly. Thank goodness I always carry a cardigan wherever I go. No, I reject the idea that it's an age thing. It's a style thing. It's a style thing. 2-1. Oh, it's into the gap between first and second. Single for Paulie. Oh my goodness. Goodness has a little bit of speed too. For those of us waiting for our first home run call, because neither one of these teams have actually hit a home run, although both teams feature some guys who hit a lot of home runs at college. Dean Spoto at the plate now. Goodness leading off. Yeah, force that one a little bit. And we saw a little bit of that last game from Goodness too, you know?
We did.
Just working a little too hard.
little bit of overthrow in there.
Yeah, exactly. Holding on goodness, safe back at first base. 1-0. There goes goodness. Oof. Ball inside. Goodness is in, stolen base. Decent throw down to second base. It's 2-0 now on Spoto. That's going to go out of play, which foul ball siren is back.
Love that siren.
And more siren than ever, yes. 2-1. Reynolds trying to battle back here against Spoto. Goodness on second. There it is. Just holding that ball a little too long there. 3-1.
So I entered single, or sorry, strike, ball.
Yeah. There we go. Walked. Runners on first and second. It just almost feels like he's aiming a little bit out there.
And that's what we were kind of talking about in our pregame there. We really got to try to limit the base runners, I think, early.
The right fielder, number 3,
Yep.
Casey Wensley.
Casey Wensley up now.
It's batting .588 to start the season here.
Grounder to short. Mador. Tsukamoto to first. Oof. Oof.
I'm in the back, so I go enter strike,
That was close to a double play.
enter ball, and then
Not quite.
he doesn't do it.
Runners on first and third, limiting Wensley.
It's like, how do I enter?
Ever dangerous. That brings up
Now batting
Christian.
third baseman, number 17, Christian Butera.
Christian Butera up at the plate now. Runners on first and third.
Yeah, like into the back too. Yeah.
1 out. Butera goes to Brown University. That's going to find some green. Single into left field. First run's home. They are as advertised. Knocking the ball around.
That's what we're worried about, right? So
There's 1 out. Runners on first and second. It brings up
The designated hitter, number 9, Nick DiGiacomo.
Nick DiGiacomo's up at the plate now. Strike one, nice pitch. That's a nice pitch from J.J. Reynolds, who he didn't needed a nice pitch. DiGiacomo was a Franklin and Marshall. Franklin and Marshall College, I believe. Yeah, Franklin and Marshall College. Well, sounds like the kind of euchre opponents for Salino and Barnes. And he 0-2. DiGiacomo fouling that pitch off. 0-2, runners on first and second. Reynolds could use an out here. DiGiacomo out of Newton, Pennsylvania. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's grounded to third. Tags him, and that'll be it. Nice play by Granger. Getting the force there at third.
The extra hitter, number 26, Louis Boussard.
That brings to the plate kind of an interesting quirk to the league, the old extra hitter. Anybody got an extra hitter? Could you can anybody find us one? And here he is. Here's the extra hitter. Ooh, a little bit of pop on that pitch. 1-0. Just missing on that one. It was a nice Nice at bat there for Reynolds last one. Just missing. The umpire knows his stuff. He's umpired before. Hard for me to question. It's 2-0. It's 3-0.
A little more of an overthrowing, I think, there.
Yeah.
Just can't seem to get out of the inning. It's just...
The Giacomo bat, you kind of felt like he was fine a little bit. Definitely, and that pitch each time.
4 straight
So
balls
that's a
for
walk.
the
That
So
loads the
load the bases
bases.
The shortstop, number 6, Anthony Hector.
Bases loaded. 2 out. Anthony Hector at the plate.
Hector's batting .286 to start the season.
Out of Miami, Florida. Freshman year, only had 51 at bats this season, hitting .216 for Belmont University, or excuse me, Cerro Costco.
Another pitch down low there for Reynolds.
Yeah, just missing there. It's a better pitch though. That is going to find some green as well. It's going to score one, maybe more. Keane bobbles it a bit, so that'll bring the second run home. That's a single driving in a couple runs.
Runners again at the corners, 2 out here.
2 RBIs for Anthony Hector. The extra hitter, that extra
Number
hitter.
10, the
Makes
first baseman, Alex Wooten.
Makes it 3-0 Pilots over the Ironbacks here in the top of the first.
Alex Wooten at a Willington University. There, he got that pitch that time. Just looking at that. It's got to be a slider he's throwing there, and he seems a little more confident in that pitch. He's just not quite finding it in his strike zone.
Yeah, last game it was the off-speed stuff that was really doing him in, right?
Yeah. Yeah, 1-1, 2 out. 3 runs are in at this point. I think he'd be good to get out of this inning right here.
Yeah, limit the damage for sure.
And there it is again. Just forcing that pitch. That looks like the fastball too. Just forcing the fastball.
This is kind of the tale of the Ironback season to start so far. Just a couple tough innings that do them in every game.
Right.
Just can't dig their holes. They can't get out of them.
Not quite finding that pitch still. So it goes to 3-1 with runners on first and third. Hector with I don't know, cautious lead at first, I would say. There he goes. That's a strike that makes it a full count. I just kind of gave Hector second on that. Runners in second and third. That is fouled into right field, out of play. Oh, it's kind of an aborted foul ball horn there.
Wasn't quite sure if that was hit
Right, exactly.
street or not.
Yeah, some trepidation there.
Looks like it just fell into the Ironbacks bullpen, so everyone's safe.
Second and third, full count. There we go. That is gonna be up the middle, single, could score 2. Here comes Hector. He actually
Third
holds
base
up at
coach
third.
holds him at
Third
third
base, yep, he put up stop sign when I was looking down at my score sheet. But that's gonna be another RBI that makes the score 4-0.
Number 15, the catcher, Jonathan Decker.
Yeah, and that's gonna bring out Marcus Butts to the mound to have a kind of conversation with his pitcher.
Just to settle him down a little bit.
Yeah,
I think
yeah, it's been a rough first inning.
that's right. Take it easy. There's lots of time left, though. It's only the first inning.
Yeah.
Just try to get out of this. Try to limit as much damage as possible here.
Yeah. The umpire's not very sympathetic to it, though. He just stepped out in the field and was like, okay, let's go. Let's get back things going. Jonathan Decker up now. Jonathan Decker at Lafayette College. Yeah, that pitch.
So I'll delete the play. So
Decker hitless to start the season, but he's only got 5 at-bats.
Oof. 2-0. Reynolds is seeming rattled out there.
He's having a hard time hitting the strike zone.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, and the harder he squeezes, the more it's.
I'd like to blame the Meriden air, but I don't think so.
It's a chilly night here in
It
Merritt.
is a chilly night.
It's absolutely a chilly night here in Merritt. It's still a beautiful night because we're in Merritt, so it can't be wrong.
Snap throw by Butts to get a
Again?
runner on first.
The old Mayor Joe McCafferty quote: "The sun always shines in St. Catharines." Two and one is the count. In on the fist. Nice play by Medor. A little liner.
single RBI. What's that fielder's choice? What? 6'4"?
I don't know, 6'4". Yes.
This one?
Oh,
You don't remember?
oh, man. We're going to get started here in the bottom of the first anytime. Ironbacks have given themselves a bit of a hill to climb. Down 4-0. Devin Medor will lead it off for the Ironbacks. Devin Medor at the plate. It's pitched to start the game. It's 0-1 count here on Medor, trying to get things started. That's strike two. Good pitch. All right, so. Gibson Carey pitching for the Newark Pirates. Good pitch off the end of the bat to the second baseman. That's going to be a 4-3 opening for the Ironbacks. Dean Spoto with an easy play there. Brock Granger up for the Ironbacks now. Granger playing third base today. With a little snap, crackle, pop in the fastball. That was outside though. It's 1-0. giving him the black there. That makes it 1-1. Carey definitely attacking the zone here. That's a little low, makes it 2-1. Oof, overthrew that one. It's 3-1. Carey muscling up on that pitch.
I thought he hit him at first, actually.
Okay. 3-1 is the count. That is gonna find some green. Line drive into right field single. Brock Granger. You know, in the lefties, if they're looking for a little help from the win today, they're gonna get it. Alex Keane, the right fielder, up now.
Keane's batting .267 this season.
Keane had a really nice college year. He hit 190 as a freshman, but in 2025, 309, 412, 582 is the slash there. It's a grounder down the first plane line. That's foul. 10 doubles, 13 home runs
So he's got some pop in
for
that bag.
Morehead State University. He does, absolutely. I think both him and Bishop, you're just looking to find their game. Singles, both of them. Single. In the third, 1-1. I was about to say that he has a cautious lead, Granger, on first, but last time I said that, the player immediately stole second base, so I'm feeling a little sensitive about making such bold proclamations. Curveball, it didn't quite get over the top on, so it's 2-1. Missed on that one too. It's 3-1. Carey had a really nice first at bat against Medora, but since has really struggled with his command. 3-1 count to Keane. Oh, a little bit of a charge in the left field. Nice catch by Jacob Leto. Put a bit of a charge into it, but he's still about 15 feet away from the fence.
That power we're talking about,
Number 10, Andrew Bishop.
Andrew Bishop now.
Bishop's batting .83 here to start the year.
There's that curveball again. Missing arm side. Low with the fastball. It's 2-0. Oh, that was just in on the hands. He hit it a long ways despite it, but that's an F9 to end the inning. No runs, one hit. The score is 4-0 after one.
Here at George Taylor Field with the scores of Pilots 4 and
Can't score
your
into that,
Ironbacks.
so-
No score. Now batting, the catcher, number 15, Jonathan Decker.
JJ Reynolds back at it. Jacob Poletto is at the plate. It's 1-1. Reynolds hoping for a better inning here. Just missing outside. That makes it 2-1. It's a ground ball. Oh, tough play. Bishop ranging to his right, struggled with that one a little bit. Be interesting to see how that's scored.
Up next, the center fielder, number 2, Holly Goodness.
Could be an error on the first baseman. E2.
I think it's E3, yeah. That's an error on the first baseman. Reynolds missing. His first pitch to Polly Goodness. Oh my goodness, this is how it all started. Strike, nice pitch. Oh, that's inside. Oh, that one's in the center field, but Cali should have that no problem. Piece of cake. It's 1 out, F8. Dean Spoto now up to place. Last time he was here, he walked versus Reynolds. Got 1 out. Runner still on first base. Wind beginning to die down a little bit. It's ball 1. Just missing on the outside. 2-0 to Spoto. So there you go. It's 2-1.
That was a nice pitch there by Reynolds.
Spoto at a Jesuit high school in Texas. 4-point GPA.
That's smart.
Oh, look at that! That's a tough call by the umpire.
I thought he had him
Reynolds-
for sure. From
Reynolds
my
looks
angle up here.
Awfully disappointed in that call. I think we're all a little bit disappointed in that call. But again, he's an umpire. It's his profession. Who am I to question? Strike. There you go. Reynolds just shrugs it off and comes right back with a nice fastball in the outside corner. It's 2-2. Oh, there you go. Strike 3. Nice pitch.
That was a great pitch. They're getting him chasing on the outside.
Yes. Spoto went a long ways outside the strike zone to chase that one.
Number 3, Casey Wensley.
Casey Wensley again came into this game batting .588. Into a fielder's choice last time. Ground ball down to Bishop. Nice play by Bishop. Redeeming himself for the play to begin the inning. No runs, no hits. It's still 4-0 Newark. Commercials for Ironback sponsors like Lancer Restaurant. You missed a keg roll, and what a keg roll it was. We were enraptured up here, I would say.
A lot of excitement from our box up top here.
Yeah. We're not asking for a ton. You give us a keg roll and we're in. We're cheering, we're picking a side.
It's the little things in Meriden that get
It
you going.
is.
You know?
Marcus Butts leading it off. Need a little something this inning to get on the good foot. There you go. Carey got out unscathed as far as runs went last inning, but it was an erratic inning. A decent but erratic inning. That's how I would characterize it. If I had to give it a name, if it was a book for first inning, that would be it. A decent but erratic inning. 1-0. Oof. That is a hit by pitch.
We do love our hit by pitches
Yeah.
here.
And erratic often ends with a hit by pitch, and here we are.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 8, Kiana Cowley.
Keanu Cowley up.
It's batting 250, start the year.
Yeah.
First at bat today.
Our favorite Australian on the team out of Sydney, Australia, who attends Hartford Community College. Also played rugby. That's strike one. There you go. Carey attacking the zone a little bit. Rugby, not a game for skinny people. So I've never really played that.
That's weightest.
Good pitch again. That's 0-2 on Cali. Butts is definitely on first base after being hit by a pitch. he said, as if talking to Mel Romanin, who was scoring beside me, somewhat furtively. Don't often use the word furtive. Oh, the curveball, Cowley.
Strikes out.
Cowley
on 3
waved
straight
at that
pitches.
one.
Now batting left fielder, number 30, Grayson Briggs.
Brings up.
Grayson Briggs up now. When we last left Grayson Briggs, he made 2 amazing plays on opening day.
He did. It was. He had the fans out of their seats in that first catch in left field.
That
there.
first catch threw the runner out of second base with
That's
a
right.
strong throw. He was terrific in the field.
He did have that one.
Does this right? We didn't have to mention it. We could have just talked about the positives. We could have, couldn't we?
I'll go back to score.
Ooh, just outside to Briggs. Carey, after the initial hit by pitch, is nice at bat last time. Again, it's been kind of a Baskin Robbins of pitching so far, like 49 different flavors. You might not all want. Is it 31 flavors?
Yes, 31 flavors.
Strike. Nice pitch on a changeup. Forgive me, Baskin Robbins. I'd given you 18 additional flavors. I just hoped you'd have more flavors sometimes. That's what happened there.
Never quite satisfied. We were going for the first 31.
Right. It's 1-1 on Grayson Briggs. Ooh, really fooling him with the off-speed stuff here. Briggs way out ahead of those last 2 pitches. One and 2 on Grayson Briggs. Outside with the fastball. He had him set up for that too. After all those change-ups, he really missed on it. We're 2 and 2.
4. 1 error for us.
The George Taylor field signed. There, it's caught up. Nice. Nice pitch, and that is strike. Stolen base for Marcus Butts, and I cannot dispute that strike call. That was a terrific curveball. Foul ball siren. Just, there's not enough foul balls. Foul ball siren. Just get a little excited down there.
Now batting your designated hitter, number 24, Nolan Phelan.
And you heard
Fans
it there
love
from our
the
PA
foul ball
announcer.
sign.
That's Nolan Phelan in St. Catharines, Ontario, attending Brock University up with a runner in scoring position. Another nice curveball. He has found the curveball. It's looking good.
Outside of that shaky first inning, you're right. He's really settled down.
And the first batter here, and then, yeah, absolutely. That's low. I mean, we talked about Newark's offense, but their pitching is not been that terrific. Despite 4-1-1, but the pitching's, I believe the ERA was in around 6. Let's just say it was around 6.
We'll check with the stats.
We'll
guy in
check
between
the
innings.
stats later. I feel like a ground ball in the hole, rounding third, going home. The throw is going to be cut off. There's a run.
That gets the Ironbacks on the
RBI
board.
from St. Catharines' own Nolan Phelan. The score is 4-1. Nice little shot between third and short there.
Now batting the second baseman, number 1, Kakaru Tsukamoto.
Kakaru Tsukamoto up at the plate now for the Ironbacks. If he's not your favorite player yet, he will be. His favorite artist on his bio, everybody was asked what people would say Drake and various different things. His was Claude Monet. Yes, French Impressionist Claude Monet. I couldn't wait to relay that fact. He takes ball 1. Phelan. I don't think Phelan's much of a stolen base threat. Strike 1. And you know what? I might just be because if somebody's got a mustache, they seem slower to me.
I know you and your
I
mustaches.
don't know if that's fair, but it's 1-1. just on the black, 1 and 2. Moto, he seemed let down by that call. He needed a second to kind of recover from it emotionally, but he's back in the box now. Fouled off, 1 and 2. The fall ball horn is really eager.
We had
Because
several
it used
last
to
game,
be,
I think.
well, again, we're still kind of figuring out what the details, the whys and whens and wherefores of it are, but it used to be you had to get out of the park, right? Wasn't that it last game?
It was. It
Yeah.
was. We had several horns going off last game. I think he's got the itchy trigger finger here early in this
Moto,
game.
as he's known to his teammates, really fouling it off, really fighting it. All right, 1 and 2. Oh,
Runner
that's
going.
strike three.
Strike three.
Fast, some gas up in the zone. 3 Ks, but 1 run. 1 run on 1 hit.
Crispy waffles, or your favorite lunch classics like burgers and specialty sandwiches, the Lancer has you covered. Great meal, great deal. The Lancer is the answer.
Lancer is the answer. You really come to life on that commercial. That's your A plus. That's your A plus one for sure. The Lancer is the answer, and it's true. It's a true story. And you can't really hear the term Eggs Benedict enough at a baseball game. It's 4-1. Christian Butera is leading things off. There's a good baseball name, Butera.
Now batting the third baseman, number 17, Christian Butera.
Yeah, nice start by J.J. Reynolds. Butera at East Greenwich, Rhode Island. Taking biology at Brown University, excuse me. Nice pitch.
Reynolds really settling down here, I think, the last
Yeah,
couple
look at
innings.
that, eh?
Shaky first inning, but he's got, I think he's found his pitch here.
Popped a stitch on that pitch. It's got him, I believe it's 0-2. George Taylor Field scoreboard says different things, but you know. Oh, that's strike 3. Isn't it? I felt like it was.
Umpire called out
That was a
ball
tough
there.
call. That was a tough call. Again, he's a professional. Who am I? It's 1 and 2. Fouled out of play. There you
DJ,
go.
play that.
Foul ball, horn. It's slumping today.
It's a little behind.
Yeah,
High expectations set in the first
right,
game.
exactly, because it was so active the first game. Oh, he laid off that one.
It's going to be 2-2 here.
2 and 2. That's a pretty good pitch. Yeah. Ooh, just inside on the fastball. A little pop on it.
Full count.
Count. It's been a good battle.
It has been.
Yeah. Patera had a nice season at Brown University. Batted .303. There you go. Strike 3.
First strikeout of the game for Reynolds.
Yeah, nice.
Number 9,
That was a nice sequence.
Cedric Oval.
Hung in there, got a tough call there.
That's right. Not
He
letting it rattle
overcame.
him, you know.
Yeah. Nick DiGiacomo. Fouled off, strike one. Again, Franklin and Marshall College out of Newton, Pennsylvania. PA. PA's Pennsylvania, right? I
That
struggle
is-
with the American state. Nice. That was a nice pitch. That's
Called a
one of
ball?
those times. It was called a ball. I think it's one of those times, and nothing against Marcus Butts on that, but I think when the catcher sometimes doesn't hang on to that pitch,
No, it's
you,
true.
you lose the call sometimes. I think. Just outside, and that's when things start to go a little bit wrong for him. That's what
That's
he
right.
does.
He overthrows a little bit.
Overthrows it absolutely.
Counts 3-1 here.
Ooh, got him to chase it there a little bit. It's 2-1. DiGiacomo 2-2. Is that okay? I thought it was some sort of elaborate sign language you give me there, but okay. I stand corrected. 2-2 says Jesse. Silently. Oh, goodness, that was a good hook.
That make the count full here. 3-2.
There we go. There he did it again. That's going to be a walk. Muscled up on it.
Now batting the extra hitter number
It's funny. You could tell without even seeing the ball, just watching his body.
Yep.
You could tell where the pitch goes every time.
Yep.
You know, because everything just comes flying to the first base side when he's missing
You have
there.
to wonder now, going through the order a couple times here, if maybe the hitters are sensing that as well.
Bassard up now. Louis Bassard, the extra hitter. They thought they had enough hitters, and then somebody's like, "Hey, look over there."
Not to be confused with your
Right, it's-
designated hitter.
Right, it's the extra hitter. We got an extra. That is grounded to Bishop. That is a foul ball. The runner's going to keep running. Now recognizes
It's not an error.
energy wasted. Just fouled on the first base line.
It was a foul ball.
Bishop got lucky there as he threw the ball away in his transition to second base.
Yeah.
Counts 1-1.
One and one is a count on Bassard. Pretty strong lead there for Giacomo. Just inside. It's 2-1. Reynolds again, the body language. Not terrific on that pitch, but we've seen him turn it around on a dime before.
That's right. Just needs one strike here to get back in the zone.
That was it. Good pitch.
Called it.
Strong pitch, and it sounded like a good pitch. 2-2.
Come right back with the same pitch again.
To Giacomo, just taking a little inch-by-inch lead out there. Oh, just missed low. It's a good pitch. He was finding that earlier.
He was.
Feels like he just lost the feel on it a little bit. Full count again. Is this full count to all three of these
count.
batters this inning?
Full count. Yep.
Got the first guy on a K. Walked the last one. What will happen here? Ground ball to second. Moto. Oh, with a tough hop. That hop ate him up. Mercy.
Trying to do the quick transition for the double play.
And former second baseman Mel Roman behind me, cruelly perhaps, is calling that an error on Moto.
He's played here many a times in his life, I
What,
feel.
what your take on that? Would you call that an error?
I would maybe call that an error.
Yeah, that was calling an error.
I call it an error. I think he tried to transition the quick double play, and he
I honestly felt like that was a really tough hop. What would Claude Monet call that, really?
interesting question.
Right. Runners on first and second. That ball gets passed, but that is definitely a pass ball. Pass ball gets runners to second and third. We've only got one out with Anthony Hector up. Hector knocked in 2 runs his last at bat. Has an opportunity to do the same here. Reynolds, it's 1-0. That's a tough one for Butts there. You want that pitch back. In on the hands, that's fouled back. 1-1. Runners at second and third. American faithful, hoping something good happens here. Missing inside. Force that again. 2-1. It is definitely Anthony Hector up at the plate. Hector looking for a couple more ribbies. Reynolds looking to get another out. Good pitch. Good pitch. He's just missing a little low on that one. 3-1. He's thrown a lot of pitches this inning. He's been working.
He has been again. Kind of.
That's a strike. Just on the black. 3-2.
That's been his spot though. Right
yeah,
there.
exactly.
Inside corner of the plate.
Yep. Full count is full count to the 4th straight batter.
4 straight batter.
That got under that, but that could be a little bit of trouble. Keene comes in from right field. He has a strong arm, so that'll hold up the runner. Nice run by Keene. Yeah, I know we talked about Keene is naturally a first baseman.
He
I
is.
know you mentioned to me that the outfield's a little bit new thing to him. He looks good out there.
He's got a strong arm.
Alex Wooten up now. There's 2 out. Runners on second and third. Reynolds trying to get out of this gravitational pull towards full counts that he's had to each batter this inning.
Say what you will though. He put the base runners on, but he's limited the damage so far in this inning.
So far, absolutely. He's fought out there. He's fighting. He's scrapping.
He can sneak out of here. It might help his confidence going into the later innings.
Confidence is a good thing. That's a little grounder that the grass just eats up. Eats up. That's a tough little single there. Not even the counting crows is going to make you feel better after that happens. That's a single RBI for Alex Wooten.
Now batting the catcher, number 15, Jonathan Decker.
Runners at the corners here.
We've got 2 out. That's a good pitch. Strike 1. There you go. There you go. You can see it again if you watch his body on that pitch. That's felt loose, look loose, look good. Slow there. 1-1. 2 out. Runners on first and third. Trying to limit the damage here. Really important this game doesn't get away from him in this inning. That's a strike. There you go.
Outside corner of the plate. That's his pitch.
For the fastball, absolutely. It's,
Yep.
it's that the black or outside is kind of what's been happening. I'm finding the black a little more this inning. That's strike 3. That
Called a ball. That's
man,
a
that's a
questionable pitch
tough
there.
one. That's a tough call.
But as you've been saying, he's a professional.
He's
He
professional.
knows his calls.
Exactly. But
Who
many
are-
people are professionals and sometimes have no idea what they're doing.
But
If
even
I've
professionals
learned
make mistakes.
anything in life, it's that. You know, and there it was. Full count. That's the
the-
theme.
That's the challenge too. That previous pitch should have been strike 3, and now he's
Yeah,
back to
yeah.
a full count.
I mean, I hate to blame it on that, but it's, there's been a lot of pitches this inning, so.
There has been a lot.
There goes the runner. Strike three. Oh, goodness.
On Reynolds.
And, yeah, Decker was not happy with that call, and I get his point. 1 run on 1 hit.
As we go down to the bottom of the 4th.
Newark over Niagara. Devin Medora leading things off for the Ironbacks. Coming into the game, Medora's batting .250, 3 for 12. That's early in the season. Medora trying to get things started here. Ooh, that's a tough curveball. Tough curveball. He has really played a number on some of these guys with the curveball today.
He has. He's really working it for sure. That's strike 1.
And as we said, he's been sitting there for a long time.
Yep.
That was the inning of full counts. There's another curveball.
It's away from him though. Counts 1-1.
All right, that was a wayward curveball.
I hear the claps and the fans.
People, some excellent clapping out there. Nice job for the crowd. It's 1-1. Ooh, that's a good take by Medora. That was tough. 2-1.
Reynolds was getting that pitch call I felt last inning, so.
Gary's been good, you know. There, curveball just missed on that. 3-1. He really found the curveball in the second inning.
He did.
And you could see like he's way more comfortable than he was in the first.
Yep.
Ooh, good fastball. Full count.
The story of full counts.
Yeah. We're gonna be home at 2 a.m. tonight at the rate of full counts.
Told you a million times not to accept her.
All right, full counts. Oh, curveball. Way to fight that off. That's a good pitch. Full count. Nice little battle here between Carey and Medora. Ooh, that was strike 3. Absolutely. Good pitch. Really worked him over there. Curveball, fastball, and in the end, got him with fastball. Brock Granger's up, singled his last at bat. Granger attends Panola College. out of Colbeconk, Ontario. Strike one. My Girl, Temptations, walk-up song. Old school. Good for Brock Granger. Actually got that from Francisco Lindor. That's Lindor's walk-up song. I didn't know that. Oh, that did not work at all. Age-old question was just asked to us: burger or dog? I went with dog. What did you do, Jesse?
I did a hot dog too.
You did it. Look at us.
Classic
Look at us aligned. Yeah.
Classic ballpark food.
Yeah, exactly. You can have a burger any place and it's a burger, but a hot dog at the ballpark is a different thing.
It just screams
It elevates.
baseball,
Yes. Ranger up the middle. Oh, off the glove. Anthony Hector couldn't reel that one, and I think he would have had trouble even if he
yeah. Making the
managed
play
to-
at first, I think. It's a little slow roller. That grass, I think, is eating a little bit of balls.
Yeah.
up
The
the field
grass
a little
is tough here, and I have to say, even I think that Tsukamoto, that error on Tsukamoto, I still feel like that was a toughie.
The right fielder, number 25, Alex Keane.
Heart of the order: Alex Keane and then Bishop. Wind still blowing, although kind of gingerly out into right field. And you got the two big lefties coming up. You know, Kerry's almost been going fastball, curveball, fastball, curveball, fastball, curveball. So, miss with the fastball. No, another fastball, and he rips that into right field
That's
off
gonna
the
be extra
fence.
bases.
Granger chugging into third. He's going to be held up. Man, Keane laid a licking on that pitch. He ripped that one. You know, been waiting for that.
Yep, that's the
And there
power
it
we were
was.
talking about.
Yeah.
That was a good strike.
Absolutely.
Runners at second and third here. One out.
Yes. A little bit of excitement. That was a well-struck ball.
First baseman Andrew Bishop up to the plate.
Andrew Bishop,
Now batting the first baseman, number 10,
Kansas,
Andrew Bishop.
coming up to the plate.
It's a great walk-up song.
Jesse approves of the walk-up song. 0-1 is the count on Bishop. I feel like Bishop's just been like timing just a tiny bit off. Outside on the curveball. It's 1-1. Big opportunity here for the Ironbacks. Bottom of third. Good curveball that he got under. That should score Granger. Oh, a little confusion out there. Here comes Granger. That's an RBI. Fly ball to Paulie. Oh my goodness. One run scores. 5-2. You know, one run at a time. That's how it works.
It's great. Another great walk-up song.
It is a great walk. This is our
Now
favorite.
batting your catcher, number 15, Marcus Butts.
Marcus Butts comes to the plate. Catcher. Hit by a pitch last time up. He's got a chance to cash in another run. Oof. And after being hit last time, it was, yeah, a little chin music there.
Want to know to Butts?
See if he doesn't take too kindly to that kind of pitching. It's 1-0. Good curveball. That's a really good curveball. It's 1-1.
That was nice.
Good curveball is a pretty thing.
It
And,
is.
and he's thrown a number of those tonight. Full credit to him. just a little ahead of that. That's fouled out of the park.
That was a shortcut on the siren there.
Yeah.
People may not know that ball's coming.
Right, exactly. Foul ball siren not going off fully. I think the foul ball siren is suffering a bit of an identity crisis.
It is.
Who am I? What am I here for? What do I do exactly?
Do I siren? Do I not?
Right, exactly. Ooh, right off the fist. That's a nice play by the shortstop. Yeah, Anthony Hector, 6'3". Full credit to him.
Ironbacks get a run though, and it's 5-2. Pilots going to the top of the 4th inning.
We got a new pitcher in for the Ironbacks now. Number 88, Ben Zaire, who our cumulative knowledge on Ben Zaire would be
Zero.
zero. Zero. You know who might know? The internet. It's got
When in doubt, ask Google.
Yeah, exactly. All right. I can tell you, just aesthetically, big dude. University of Mary.
Now batting number
6'2", out of Kitchener, Ontario. Ball one. That was a heavy first pitch. You can feel it's funny how some guys just throw heavy, you know?
I don't know.
Sounds heavy,
It's kind of the way of the league, though, now too, isn't it?
right over top. That's a 12-6 action there. A little pop on that. It's 2-0, but you can definitely hear those pitches popping in here. Oof, that's a walk. That is a walk.
4 straight pitches, right? Tough start to the inning here for Zaire.
Now batting the center fielder, number 2, Ollie Goodness.
Oh my goodness, Paulie Goodness is up again. There's 2 Goodnesses on this team. Ian Goodness is
It's
pitcher
too much
for the
goodness,
team.
I think, for
Yeah,
us tonight.
maybe. Perhaps. There you go. There's a strike. Can you grab our dogs before they get cold? Okay. Jesse's working on getting some hot dogs right now, so you're not going to hear him for a bit. He's got a higher calling. Strike 2 here for Zaire. Find it against Paulie Goodness. goodness, a single stole a base, flown out to center field. Oh, tried a curveball that got in on the hands. Well, probably a little higher than he'd like, but it's 0-2. Catch up. Oh, we got mustard. Life is good. 0-2. Short lead for Paletto. Another curveball. Oof, oof, oof. That was close. That was tight. Yeah, perhaps a little unfairly treated there. 1-2. In on the hands again. You can see what he's trying to do with the curveball. He's just not quite locating it where he wants to. 1-2. Sweet relish now being applied to the hot dog because it's baseball. Oh.
That looked like a good pitch to me, but a little upstairs.
Yeah. That's a fair. You can respect the difference of opinion on that pitch.
It's 3-1 the count.
Oh, jammed him. Moto, nice catch by Moto.
Redeems himself.
F4. Some Johnny Cash action. Look at this guy coming up to the plate to ring of fire. I love those horns.
The walk-up songs have been on point tonight, I think.
Got one out. Foul ball.
Now batting second baseman, number 4, Dean Scoville.
0-1 the count.
So they're holding the runner on.
I think I'm seeing some
1-1.
winter jackets out here in early June.
Ooh.
It's 2-1 the count.
2-1 the count here. There goes the runner. Fouled off. There you go.
Siren just stopped it
There's a little
short.
self-doubt by the 2-2. Let's see if Paletto takes off again.
He has been dancing off of first base.
Feels like we're due for maybe an off-speed pitch. So no, he's sticking. Yeah, it was an off-speed pitch. Ground ball is short. Moto for 2. There you go.
Gets himself out of the inning.
6-4, 4-3, no hits, 1 walk, 0 runs. It's 5-2 Newark going into the bottom of the 4th. delayed here as we finish off some trivia. Kendall Cowley waiting on deck.
Has produced the most MLB
Jesse got that right. What does Jesse win? You get to finish your hot dog. I'll take care of things. You finish your hot dog. That's what you win for getting that answer correct.
That's what I get for winning.
Yep.
It's a simple 8-8 division. I don't know.
Yeah.
Simple math, you know.
You think, right?
Fielder number 8, Keanu Coley.
Keanu Cowley's up at the plate. Oof. Might have given him a half an inch there outside the strike zone. Cowley really got eaten up by some off-speed stuff last at bat. See how it does here. That is a ball. 1-1. Cowley with the K in his last at bat. Ooh, that carry. That was not a fun experience for Carey. Anybody watching? Well, it's just one pitch, though, really. It's 2-1. Yeah, and he's asking for people to come out, and you know it looked ugly.
Manager's coming out now too. It's not a good sign.
No,
When the pitcher's calling.
no, it does like it. Everything felt off about that. I don't see him staying in the game.
They're going to the bullpen here.
Yeah.
Bringing in the.
So this might be a little bit.
We're gonna take a
Well,
bit of
that's
a break here.
That's
We'll
a
come
shame.
back.
Yeah.
The new pitcher is Alexei Simochek.
Alexei Semichek, the new pitcher.
Left fielder, number 30, Grayson Briggs. What? Oh, sorry.
All right, it's 2-1 count. Callio gets a generous hop. Generous hop. That is a single for Cowley over Christian Botera's glove. Interesting, the official scorer who was really hard on Moto earlier, and now
Calls that a single?
yeah, I don't know. I got questions about the official scoring going on around here. Ball one. Ooh, goodness, that was not a ball. I spoke prematurely. The
Looked a little
umpire
outside
gave
from
him
up
a
here.
little generous portion of the outside of the plate. 0-1.
Did professionals make the calls there, right, Darren?
Right. Keanu Cowley gets back. I was just so traumatized by the official score giving that a single, but calling it an error on
You're all rattled now.
Tsukamoto earlier. That ball gets away.
That's gonna let Cowley
Runner
take the
goes to
base.
second. We calling that. That's got to be a wild pitch, I'm thinking.
We'll wait for the
And, you know,
official scorer's
in
ruling.
fairness to Simic, and I'm going to have to check on the pronunciation because I'm feeling like I'm probably messing that up a little bit. Simicek, yeah. In fairness to Simicek, I mean, just coming into the game kind of cold.
Yeah,
On a
getting a couple warm-up
cold
pitches
day is
on a
to
cold
boot.
day.
Yeah. So we got Cowley on second, nobody out, but a big chance here for Niagara. Briggs with a tough AB last time, and again, he was also eaten up by the off-speed stuff and that last at bat, if you remember. It's 2-1 here. Cowley with conservative lead off second. Foul ball. 2-2. Briggs open. At the very least, just to get Cowley over to third would be a nice thing. Oh, right in on the hands. That is going to be trouble. Briggs hustling down to first. Nice toss. Ooh.
Hits it.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh, that's a 4-3.
Wow.
And you can hear here in the press box, that was a controversial call.
Fans are not happy.
I think it was pretty tight.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 24, Nolan Phelan.
Nolan Phelan with a single in RBS, St. Catharines zone. Nolan Phelan. Mel Romanin behind me. Really questioning that call. Really questioning it. That was something, quote unquote. Oof, oof, ball one.
Good call by the ump. Hear it up here.
Phelan with George Costanza's wallet in his back pocket. You know, that's that's. Oh my goodness! Here comes Cowley. The ball got away. I'll score him.
Score a run.
That was as wild a pitch as you can get.
It's gonna bring the
That-
score 5-3
That was
now
something.
for the Pilots. Here in the bottom of the fourth.
That
Ironbacks
narrows the
just-
gap.
Ironbacks just scratching and clawing.
Yeah.
Scrappy Niagara team.
Phelan got a nice hitters count here. Really nice at bat last time. The single and an RBI. See what he can do here. Simicek really struggling. Again, I feel for the circumstances. I feel for Carey. You look really good.
He did. He was humming along.
Yeah. Some of the nicest curveballs we've seen
That's right.
from Carey. So, and then in that pitch, you knew something bad had happened.
Hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Yeah. 3-0 he was taken. Clearly taken 3-1. Yep. No, I see. That's that generous portion of the black on the inside that he was doled out once again.
That's right. We're bringing back the theme of the game, the full count.
Yes. Phelan shrugged off that. Good-naturedly shrugged off that call that I think he wasn't a big fan of. Ooh. Yeah, there was nothing good-natured about that pitch. That was.
One looked like it hurt right on the elbow.
Yeah, and very fair that he seems to have lost his sense of humor at that juncture. Hit by pitch. Runner on first.
Now batting number 1, Kakeru Sakamoto.
Kakeru Sakamoto looking for a little something. He was, I would say, unjustly scored an error early in the game by official scorer Mel Roman. Made some nice defensive plays since, though. Shrugged off the injustice. Oh, we got under that one, though. That's going to be a pop-up to the third baseman. Butera puts a squeeze on that. That's an F5.
Brings 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
Now batting the shortstop, number 7, Devin Medor.
Yeah, Medor is grounded to second, and he struck out in his last at bat. He had a couple good battles with Carey. It's 1-0. That's low and inside. Medor really one of our favorite fielders to watch.
He is silky smooth, that
Silky
shortstop.
smooth indeed. It's low from Simicek. 2-0. Medor out of Sudbury, Ontario. See, did not hear what I said about the mustache slowing him down earlier. Obviously, he's holding him down.
He was in the bullpen, though. He didn't know.
Holding him at first. Right, exactly. Perhaps not listening to the broadcast, oddly enough. That one is hit in the air to right, but that's going to hang up there. That's an F9 to end the inning. But 1 run for Niagara, who claw within 2. It's 5-3 after 4. Top 5. 5-3 Newark over the Niagara Ironbacks. You know, cool night here in Marin, but it's been a good game with the Ironbacks coming back a little bit. You know, one of the things that we didn't get much of a chance to talk about last game is kind of the difference between the perfect game collegiate league and a lot of the different little leagues around here. This league has graduated players to the major leagues.
They have,
right?
yes.
So we have Ernie Clement, Nick Pavetta, Jordan Westberg, the great Luke Maley.
Fan favorite of former Blue Jay.
Yeah, and you know, one thing Marin's not exactly new to minor league baseball, and we'll talk a little bit about that coming up.
Casey Wensley.
Let's get back to the game. Casey Wensley leading it off for Newark. 0 for 2 today. Came into this game red hot, hitting .588. It's a foul ball, high and tight.
It's stopping short siren again, a little late to the dance. And
Quite a drastic difference in just like arm action and approach from the two-time Ironbacks pitchers today. It's ball 1, 1-1. Zera coming way over the top.
he definitely is, you know.
Oof, just a little bit low. It's 2-1. Really rough opening inning for the Ironbacks, of course. Giving up a 4-spot start to game.
Since then, though, they've had the lead here.
Yeah.
One tough inning, like that's been sort of the tale of the season for the Ironbacks this year. It's just one tough inning every game.
Oof, that's a walk to start the inning, which is how we started last inning. Batera's coming up, single and an RBI and a K.
Now batting the third baseman, number 17, Christian Gutera.
Is this straight, probably? It is straight, yeah. Yeah, I figured that. Just, that's my...
Batera, baseball and a basketball player in high school.
He's very poppy. It's really...
Basketball wasn't much of my sport.
National Spanish and English Honor Society member. Ooh. And he just got hit. So we really aren't going to get a chance to delve much further into that. Runners on first and second, nobody out.
John Denver, wow. Hello. Yeah, this is John Denver. Is it? Yeah.
A little John Denver happening.
Designated hitter, number 9, Nick G. Jacobo.
Causing some excitement here in the press box. And why not? Good friend of Jacques Cousteau, John Denver. True story.
Oh, what? I didn't know that. I know he died at a plane.
True. I only say true things. It's absolutely true.
Oh, you say John Denver was a friend of Jacques Cousteau. I don't know.
And the strike gives him a low inside corner on that pitch. Runner on first and second. Giacomo's up. He's into a fielder's choice and walk today. Pretty aggressive lead there on second base for Wensley. Oh, goodness gracious.
Just a bit inside.
Yeah, Zera, and I think probably a little bit of what we were talking about earlier, but the overthrowing comes
Right.
into effect on those moments.
Yeah, you're getting the runners on base, right? Now you're kind of having to just try to get over top and get over the plate.
Foul that off.
Even at the doubleheader, I believe they played 2-9.
Kids are running for the foul ball out there.
Yeah.
Right field.
Free baseballs.
Everyone loves a free baseball.
Plus it's colder,
Another one fouled off. 2 strike count, runners on first. I could really use a K here. That would come in handy. I mean, it always does, but especially so here.
There it is.
Strike 3.
There
Nice
it is.
pitch. Again, came in handy.
I think we've been calling a lot of plays here that are kind of working out, positive and negative.
You think?
Yeah.
We've been looking into the future a little
I
bit.
think so. Sometimes it hasn't really worked out for us. However, for the most part, you called a K and you got it. Exactly what you needed here.
I gotta admire a man who comes to the plate to James Brown.
One out here in the bottom of the fifth,
Your
top of the
extra
fifth.
hitter, number 26, Louis Boussard.
Boussard's walked, reached base on an error.
That's
Balk. Didn't even see it.
Wow. My favorite part of that whole balk
Balk.
was when Zaire pointed at his chest and said, like, me? As if somebody else might have done the balk.
the extra hitter.
I don't
does-
really know what he did. In fairness, I'm not mocking him. It was an interesting reaction. I didn't really see what he did. So runners on second and third. That's a tough turn of event.
for the
One out. Runners on second and
ever
third.
dangerous extra hitter.
Extra hitter.
There's one of those interesting things about this league that you don't get it in typical baseball is an extra hitter.
Yeah, and it seems random. I really have no idea, and I should. I realize it's
We
part
will
of what
find
we do.
out for you
Yeah.
over the course of the season.
We'll, as they say in corporate speak, we'll parking lot.
That's
that
right.
question.
That's right.
You know.
We got a long season. We'll
There's
find the answers for you
We
guys.
got a lot of parking lot out there waiting for it too. So
The sirens will warn you guys when it's
You'll-
coming.
yeah, old Merritt High School parking lot. Oh, that was a good pitch. That was a good pitch. That's a tough call. It's 2-0. Ground ball. Oh, another tough hop. My goodness. That's a single Keen with the throw home. That scores two. Strong throw home. Two RBIs for
That ball had
Boussard.
eyes, I think, going to
It
the
absolutely
infield there.
did. Man, there's like some tough hops on this field. Like you see guys getting eaten up.
It's almost a hot chocolate night.
That makes it 7-3. Runner on first now. Boussard. Hector at the plate. Hector with two RBIs today.
Shortstop, number 6, Anthony Hector.
1 for 2. There goes the runner. Whoa, he put a charge in. That's deep in the right. Keen is tracking it. Nope, not going to come up with it.
That's going to be
Runner's
trouble
heading
here.
into third. They're going to hold him up there as the throw comes home. Hector really jumped on that pitch.
Alex Wooten.
Definitely looked like he was looking fastball there.
First pitch.
He was not fooled.
Combs and the original. That's the Luke Combs. And the original.
You know,
My era. They're both good.
the fast car cover, I don't know.
No. Luke Combs.
Infield's coming in.
Off the hands. Yeah, infield way in.
You think they infield hit? You think they go home?
Oh, they're definitely going home. I think I mean, at this juncture, you got to stop.
Stop the bleeding. Stop the
Yeah,
runs?
absolutely. Strike. There he goes. He got
It's a
that
good
call
pitch.
this time.
It's a good pitch.
0-2. Wooten's 2 for 2 today. Having a good day. Oh, same pitch. Ball that time though. So we're at 1-2.
I know you call him a professional,
I'm
but
starting
there's
to
some
feel.
calls.
Yeah,
I
my
feel-
relationship with the home plate umpire is deteriorating. Ooh, fought off nicely there by Wooten,
If we had any pull up here in the press box, I may go down and talk to him in between innings.
because that works every time. Just a
Absolutely.
little conversation and.
From the
Yeah.
play-by-play guy, obviously.
Yeah. All right, so Wooten at the plate. Good pitch, right at Medor. Medor comes home.
Oh,
They got him
Run
hung
down.
up.
You got two of them down.
Granger.
Oh, crap, this is interesting.
They.
Oh,
Oh no! Oh no!
Son of a nutcracker.
That was a shame. That was a shame.
Oh, man.
So, I think we're gonna call that. I'm interested in what the official scoring is. It's an error on somebody. I would tend to say Granger.
Decker.
hard to say. Let's wait for the official ruling here. But
Yeah.
had him in the pickle.
It's an E1, but it's
Error on the pitcher, eh?
6-2-5. 6-2-5.
Okay.
Fielder's choice. Yeah, she scored. So 8.
I scored at E5. Just really simply.
Didn't the guy drop the ball? Yeah. Pitcher dropped the ball. Pitcher dropped the ball.
Yeah. I think I was just disappointed in the choice to run him into home as opposed to back to third. So I was probably being punitive for that, which is unfair. So it's cooler heads prevailed. It's an E1.
It's the third error of the day for the Ironbacks.
Yeah. Nice pitch. Nice pitch. Called the ball, but it was a nice pitch.
And that also puts runners on second and third again here with one out. The top of the 5th inning. Upstairs, 3-1.
It's like I'm focusing on doing something other than scoring. So that's 3-1. So that's a single. That's a hit by pitch there. The
Single and that's a one.
double. That's a double. Okay.
There
Thanks
it is.
for bearing with us as we
That's a
go
nice
over
strike
some
there.
scoring here.
Brings
Just
another
get
full
caught
count.
up. Thank you, Jesse.
I got you, Darren. Don't worry.
Fouled off.
That might have been
Feels
the
like-
longest siren of the night.
Yeah. Sarah struggles a little bit with just that finishing pitch. Just looking for the finishing pitch here. It is chilly. Time called by Decker.
He's going to walk to load the bases here.
Bases are loaded. This game hangs in the balance.
Are you going to beat my girl?
Yeah, Jacob Paletto up.
Now vending the
Singled.
second baseman, number 12, Jacob Paletto.
He's walked. I'll tell you the offensive stats for Newark aren't taking any damage today. They're continue to be at the top of the league.
I have felt like we've
Strike
said that
one.
they've
Nice
had a
pitch.
lot of good at-bats today.
Yeah. And you know what? They're not chasing a whole lot too. So, give them credit. It's made life tough on the pitchers for the Ironbacks today. Fouled off. He's up 0-2.
That's right. As you mentioned, that was our key to the game, is trying to limit the base runners because they do damage when they're on the base bats.
Let's see if Sarah can finish him off this time. This has been a bit of an issue. There you go. That's a
Got one there.
That's a finishing pitch. The meek don't inherit the earth. They usually end up heading back to the dugout. And that's what happened to Paletto there. That's strike 3 for a K.
Now batting the center fielder, number 2, Paulie Goodness.
2 out. Bases loaded. Paulie, oh my goodness, at the plate. If that's not his nickname, what is the matter with the world?
Again, too much goodness for this game for the Ironbacks, I think, tonight.
Curveball, came right back with it. Missed outside. Fair call. Oh, that's a strike.
Another nice pitch.
Right to the black. 1-1. Three runners on base. 8-3 Pilots. That one off the hands. Moto scoops it, throws to Bishop. That will end the inning. But 3 runs in off of a couple hits and a bunch of walks It is 8-3 Newark. Oh man. Stop the ABBA. Winner of the musical bases program. Big day for Michael. He did well.
Let's go Ironbacks!
Thanks, Samara. This innings entertainment is brought to you by the Lancer. Great meal, great deal. The Lancer is the answer. Let's keep that energy going, Ironback fans.
Nice job once again by John on the Lancer is the answer.
I'm feeling some
Plug.
bacon and eggs here.
Again, you're never in better voice than when you're doing the Lancer. And rightly so. That's been a part of downtown Meriton for my entire life. The Lancer.
It has.
Always doing what it does real well.
Now batting your third baseman, number 20, Brock Granger.
Community
Brock.
staple, right?
Granger leading it. Yeah, absolutely. 2 singles for Brock Granger today. See how he does this time. He's look really good up the plate. Ooh, that was off the end of the bat. Sounded like it broke it. It could be close at first. Nice play. Nice play. Simicek getting to the bag to cover. It's a good old 3-1. Simicek taking the feed from Alex Wooten. And Temptations are playing, so you know Alex Keene must be coming out to the plate. Doubled his last at bat.
Now batting the right fielder, number 25, Alex Keene.
Simicek dropping down for that pitch. That's ball 1. Keenan Bishop, the power bats in the lineup.
Keane with a double last at bat.
Ooh, curveball there. Ooh, another generous portion. That same side of the third base side of home plate. That black's a little wider than the other side. It is interesting where you see the umpire, setting up over the right shoulder of the catcher. Curveball on the outside, didn't get it that time. 2-1.
That is an interesting position, I'd say, for the catcher.
Oh, goodness.
Just a bit outside.
Yeah, that one. He really lost the feel for that one midway through. 3-1. They need some base runners, but yeah, definitely want your 3-4 hitters to be swinging if they get a nice pitch. Oh, goodness. He did not get a nice pitch. So that's a walk to Alex Keene. Bringing up Andrew Bishop, excuse me. He's fly to right, fly to center, sac fly. This scored a run.
Now batting your first baseman, number 10, Andrew Bishop.
No problem. It's hard to follow.
Keen, modest lead off first base.
Trying to keep Keen honest there at first base.
Got some serious oven mitts on there at first base. You know, there's some big sliding gloves he got going on.
Let's hope he puts some to use here.
Those kind of look like sock puppets. You know,
He looked like he was going. He's getting a favorable lead off at first base.
That's what I thought. You said ball. That was weird. I could have sworn you said ball.
Keen is taking quite the aggressive lead now.
Extremely.
That's what I heard, ball.
Oh, off the hands. This could be
Needs
two.
it there.
Taking it himself. Gets it himself.
That's going to end the inning.
Well done by Dean Spoto. That's a 4-3 double play. P4, 4-3. All right, it's 8-3 Pilots coming in the top of the sixth. New pitcher now for the Ironbacks. It's Brad Alexander from Ridgefield, Connecticut. Favorite meal? Brisket sandwich. Remember our conversation with him about the brisket
I
sandwich?
do remember the brisket
You did?
sandwich. I do.
We were trying to get some heads up on good places to go in Ridgefield, Connecticut. Hoodoo Brown Barbecue Spot.
That's
For
his
all,
top
for all
choice.
those of you who find yourselves right now in Ridgefield, Connecticut, pull over at Hoodoo Brown Barbecue Spot. Have yourself a brisket
Now
sandwich.
batting the second baseman, number 4, Dean Spoto.
Let's see how Brad Alexander does. Dean Spoto, who's done a real nice job in the field actually today for Newark. Ground ball down, tough hop. Nice job by Bishop.
Nice play by Bishop
Taking
there.
it himself. That was a quick out. We don't.
Speaking of barbecue, I wonder if you could tell him to go try Memphis barbecue up in Winona.
We should mention this inning is brought to us by Peary Appliances. again, heart of downtown. Peoria Appliance has been a staple for a long time. Does a lot of great stuff in the community. Fouled off.
I'll get it a couple times for you.
Okay.
I didn't realize we had to do that.
No, no,
Sorry.
okay. No. That's good.
Alexander, 0-1 here.
Oh, back. Several things.
Favorite food is actually, I said brisket, but he's actually got here steak as well. He seems conflicted, or maybe both of them are awesome, so I can't really criticize.
Did we
Nice
ask him
pitch.
how he likes his steak?
Yeah. No, I did not. I should have though, because that's important. Brad Alexander, looking good so far. Really attacking the zone.
Spoke too soon.
Well, that's not a bad miss. That's a competitive miss, you know. Like we've had some non-competitive pitches today. That was a decent one. 2-2, 1 out. There you go. Fouled into the bullpen of the Newark Pilots.
Good that we had that siren on.
Oh, down. Yeah. Tried a little too hard on that one. It's full count to Wensley. A little bit of time going on here. Umpire clarifying some things. Alexander sets. There you go. Bob's your uncle. That's a strikeout. Well done.
Nice pitch. Nice pitch.
Alexander's looked terrific. 2 up, 2 down. Ironbacks need a little bit of this. That brings up Christian Butera.
Now batting the third
Singled,
baseman, number
struck
17,
out,
Christian
been
Butera.
hit by a pitch. That's gonna find its way into the bullpen. Diamondbacks actually over the bullpen and the old railway tracks. Mel Romano behind me lamenting the loss of baseballs, and ooh, just a bit high. Didn't quite twist that one off. 1-1.
The cheap worth it? 50 cents?
Foul off into the screen. It's 1-2. Man, Alexander on the cusp of a really tidy inning.
That's right. No, he has. Been really effective so far.
Ooh, that didn't really work. But it's 2-2. Ooh, that's a good shot. Into the gap and left. Cowley comes up with it. Butera retreats back to first base. That's a solid single in the left field.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 9, Nick DiGiacomo.
DiGiacomo. Fielder's choice, walk and a K for DiGiacomo today. It's a pretty aggressive lead by Butera. Whoa.
A big
Nick
cut there.
DiGiacomo really went chasing.
He did.
Yes, he did. Oh and 1, 2 out. Runner on first base here in the top of the 6th. Pilots up 8-3 over the Ironbacks. There goes a runner. He's gonna get there. He struck him out though. He struck him out. I really missed.
That was weird.
Yeah, kind of buried the lead on that
It was
call.
a strikeout there.
That's a strikeout.
Strikes him out.
No runs, no
That was weird
hits.
because the
1 hit.
call-
Excuse me.
Yeah, that was just. Okay.
That is the third time we've heard jump around tonight.
Thanks, Amira. This inning is
All the while somehow resisting the temptation to jump
the
around.
official pizza spot for Niagara Ironback fans.
It's the bottom of the sixth. It's 8-3 Pilots over the Ironbacks.
Now
Marcus
batting,
Butts
the
leading
catcher,
things off
number
here.
15. Oops.
He's been hit by a
Marcus
pitch,
Butts.
grounded to short. Simonchuk with a decent curveball there, but just missed.
I don't know what his. No, I had the wrong team. I almost called out the
1-0 to Butts.
team for the other team. That's all.
Pretty big hole for the Ironbacks right now.
It's
2-0.
2-0.
Yeah.
Jinx.
Yeah. 3-0. Hey, base runners.
That's what you need at this juncture of the game here.
Take them any way you can get them. Ooh, if that was a strike, it was just a strike. Top of the zone, 3-1.
And then mid-seventh, we do the Ironback stretch first, and then.
Ooh, that's a walk.
There we go. We got our base runner.
Simonchuk, I can't get a read on him at all. He's
He's been back and forth. He's had some
Yeah.
nice pitches, and then he's been losing a feel for it.
he's looked like 10 different guys.
That's right.
You know, varyingly looks really sharp sometimes. You really hear the pop of the pitches up here, and then other times it's, you know, a couple miles away from the plate. Strike one. See, it's a good pitch. At 8-3, Butts probably not looking to steal the base, but, you know. There you go. That'll get him to second. I think that's a pass ball.
Middle of the seventh, then you played the Ironbacks on first, right, for 10 seconds, and then I.
Runner moves up to second.
The Ironbacks
Gets
stretch.
himself in scoring position here.
We also do the take me up.
Cowley with a single is last at bat. Struck out and singled. Ooh, ooh, that hurt. That hurt
It's,
me. Seeing it.
Third here
Can't
hits
imagine.
batsman today.
Yeah.
Puts runners at first and second here.
HBP. Yeah, you know me.
Left fielder.
Nice shout out.
Grayson.
There you go. So runners on first and second, nobody out. Grayson brings his play. Grayson has struck out, grounded to second base.
Now batting, left fielder, number 30, Grayson Briggs.
Briggs out of Whitby, Ontario. His favorite food? Cheeseburger.
Classic.
Classic. His walk-up music, I believe, is Florida-Georgia state line. There's that pitch. That's a strike every time, even though it's probably not located in the strike zone. But if you wanted to take advantage of him, that's a spot. If you can hit your spot, just keep hitting that spot. 0-1. Liner. That's a tough one. Where are you
Beats up
going?
the shortstop.
Oh my goodness. Look at that.
That's going to load the bases here for the Ironbacks. No out.
I think I said a bunch of random words together there because I didn't know what to say in terms of what was happening. A little soft, sort of a soft-ish liner. It's just sort of
That's
ate
the
up.
excitement from Darren Clark right
Yeah, yeah. Anthony Hexer's really struggling. What are we calling that?
I would say that's an error on the shortstop.
That's got to be E6. Somebody knocking on the door?
Our door shut?
It's Mel. Why did we open the door? Bases loaded,
Mal
nobody
walked
out.
himself out of his own
Yeah.
press box. We got a meeting on the mound here
Yeah.
for the Pilots. We'll go.
Here comes the umpire. Umpires not a big fans of long meetings. They're just categorically against them.
He could be a little chilly out there behind the home plate,
Yeah,
waiting
yeah.
for the game to start.
I mean, we're a wee bit chilly up here, no doubt. Nolan?
Designated hitter, number 24, Nolan Phelan.
Nolan Phelan's up with the bases loaded. Again, out of St. Catharines, Ontario, Brock University. Ooh, big cut at that first pitch. It's down 0-1.
The Costanza wallet still in his pocket.
Still got Costanza's ball in there, yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Mustaches don't steal bases. Can they hit it into gaps?
I think so. I absolutely think so. Again, it could be an unfair bias just based on, my personal experiences, knowing people with mustaches and watching them run and thinking that's not very fast. Simichek just missing on that one. It's 1-1.
I should do some between inning research to check
Should.
stolen base leaders with mustaches.
Can you think of like a great Ricky Henderson have a mustache sometimes?
I feel he did have a mustache.
I think sometimes, but not all the time.
Like Oakland Ricky Henderson.
Right. We're getting some nice feedback from Mal Romanin about Ricky Henderson's career with the mustache.
He's got the inside scoop of the stash, no stash.
2-0, bases loaded. It's 2-1 actually. Yeah. This is 3-1. This is a big opportunity here. Simichek again.
He's gonna have to throw it over the plate here too. This could
Yeah.
This could score some runs here.
Yeah, Simichek's definitely been on a random setting. All outing. 3-1. This is huge.
Oh,
That's, you know what? It's 3-2. I know the owner of the Ironbacks behind me definitely felt it was very far outside. I think that's a bit.
I feel a few minutes ago he also said every time the catcher drops the ball, usually it's
Yeah,
called a ball.
that's true. Full count, bases loaded, nobody out. Phelan at the plate, St. Catharines' own. That's quite the hesitation here. Phelan fighting off a good pitch. Nice job. Full count. Crowd starting to get a little bit into it.
That's right.
Perhaps sensing.
They're recognizing the moment here.
Yeah. Infield, the outfield's pretty shallow. Center and right. So. Ooh. Strike three.
That's a huge count for a strike for
Give
first out of
Simichek
the
credit.
inning.
That was a tough pitch.
He battled his way back into that one.
One out. No, we got a pinch hitter right now.
Now the pinch hitter,
Bryce.
number 19, Bryce Pedrosian.
Bryce Bedrosian into
This thing was perfect.
pinch hit for Moto.
Otherwise, it's too hard to try to look at the paper.
Strike one.
That was a home run cut right there to me. He was looking first pitch.
Another St. Catharines kid up here. We're looking at St. Catharines to bring home some runs. He's playing at Bismarck State University. Out of the Bulletproof Baseball Academy. Looks like we got a lot of folks from the Bulletproof Baseball Academy here today, right?
They do, yeah.
actually a Merritton Bulldog too.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think he played hockey. So
Wow,
again,
right down
feels
across,
a little ownership here.
right across the field there
Yeah.
in the Merritton Arena.
Yeah, this is his town. Outside.
I've also played a little hockey myself at Merritton Arena.
2-1 is the count. Simicek dialing it up again in a tough spot with that fastball upstairs.
One upstairs. That's
He's
another
really
big
worked
cut.
that in. I got to give him credit.
He's getting a lot of swings on that pitch. Here comes the pitch.
Good take. Full count. Bases loaded. Bryce Bedrosian at the plate. Merritton Bulldog.
Here comes the payoff pitch.
Oh, there's a
Down
little
the third
grounder
base
to
side.
third. He's throwing to first.
Out. It's going to score a run, though.
5-3.
We'll score a run.
A little bit
8-4.
outrageous, so there's been some complaints up here about that. That was a good call. He was out. Can we agree, Jesse?
I agree. He was a shade behind there, the throw.
Yeah, he was.
But
I want him to be safe too.
the Ironbacks do score a run.
Yep. Again, that makes it 8-4. Is that it for Simicek?
It's looking like that.
Okay, we're gonna have to get down to some deduction as to who's coming in the game for Newark. Simicek, after coming in a tough spot with Carey being hurt, full credit to him.
He battled.
He battled. Ended up throwing 2 2/3 there. And here we are in the bottom of the 6th. We're going to have runners on first and third with 2 out for the new pitcher. Trying to get to the bottom of this.
We know where this is.
No, but not 29, and it doesn't exist. 29, it's not on the list.
Not on the list?
Nope.
There's a 29 in here.
Mika Bennett. Mika Bennett.
Mika Bennett is the new pitcher. We've got to the bottom of it once again. You can fool us for a good 90 seconds, but after that, we're on it. Mika Bennett comes in with 2 out, bottom of the 6th. Score is 8-4. Ironbacks
New pitcher,
just not prone to quitting.
Bennett. Mika Bennett.
Coming up to plate, Devin Medora. Medora's grounded second, struck out, flied out to right field. Got some old school organ going on to try to coax something out of Medora here. That's a little grounder to third. The throw, it's in the dirt, but nicely played by the first baseman, Alex Wooten, once again. 5-3 ends the inning. 8-4 Newark. top of the 7th. The defensive change for the Ironbacks. Caden Wilson, the first RBI ever in the history of the Ironbacks.
Wilson.
Caden Wilson. It's true. You know how I know? His mom actually messaged me. That's how I know. Yeah. Ground ball to Wilson. Throw to first. 4-3. Well done.
First RBI in Ironbacks history. First play at the top of the 7th.
Yeah. Almost the same thing.
I'd take an RBI, but let's get the amateur.
Yeah.
Now batting the shortstop, number 6, Anthony Hector.
Wilson actually plays for the Jamestown Jayhawks. Jamestown College. Strike one to Hector. Hector's had an interesting day. He singled, knocked in a couple, doubled. In the field, he's been a mix, I would say. Made an error. Also made some nice defensive plays. 1-1. Hector. Nice pitch.
Alexander again
Goodness.
coming in and attacking hitters.
Goodness, Brad Alexander.
We need a bit more like this coming in.
Yeah. Was it Thompson last game that
That's
came
right.
in and was
Just
fantastic?
right
And
after
it's
guys.
it's a very similar approach too, just like
Almost a similar
Right at
juncture
him.
of the game too, right? Just kind of.
yeah, same juncture. I
Right.
think they might have been
Yep.
third pitcher in the game too.
Yep.
Oh,
That
that's
was
a strike
curveball
3.
right there.
I don't know a lot, but that was strike 3.
That was a curveball.
And that was a
right
heck
there.
of a strike 3. And he's pumped about it. He's walking. He's got long strides. That's a bouncy long stride. That's a man who's proud of his last
He knew it was a
accomplishment.
nice
which-
pitch.
Yeah, it was a good pitch.
First baseman, number 10, Alex Wooten.
Alex Wooten, single E5. That's his day. Couple ribbies. That pitch.
A
He's really found
huge
that
cut.
pitch.
Yes.
They're getting along right now. That's a good relationship. That's a study in a good relationship. Tried it again too, and he got it. That's a little bit of a gift.
He's not even taking his time. He's just setting up and
0-2.
throwing it down.
Yeah, here we go. 0-2, 2 out. Come on. That was close.
He
1 and 2.
wanted that one.
He did. I wanted it too.
It bounced in the turn.
I know. Everybody take it easy. I was a little excited.
Hey, gotta will these things.
That's right. That's a grounder to short. Medor to first.
Close.
He's got him.
Yeah.
Nice play.
Stretch
6-3.
by Bishop.
3 up, 3 down.
Is this when I get my pee breaks? Us? Yeah. So, Ironbacks.
To the ball game. Don't care if I ever get back.
It's certainly feeling real good in the stretch right now.
Yeah. To the ball game. This is like the extended version. This is like the 80s dance version.
It's getting the crowd into it though.
Well,
Get them up, get them moving, get those bodies warm. It's a chilly night here in Meriden.
yeah, we need to find like one of Merton's finest to come up here and like sing this song.
There's a few prospects in the crowd I can see from here.
I know a few of Marin's finest. I think I'm going to try to dig up somebody.
This inning is
We're going to put Darren Clark on location, go down in the crowd.
All right.
the proud partner of your Niagara Ironbacks and the perfect place for out-of-town fans to relax.
All right,
recharge,
it's
and
8-4.
feel right at home.
Bottom of the 7th. Brock Granger leading off. He's 2 for 3 today. Pilots 8-4. Hits are 8-5.
Now batting the third baseman, number 20, Brock Granger.
Granger screwing around to start the at-bat.
Showing bunt.
Bennett came in last inning in relief of Simicek. Got out of the inning with a 5-3. Asking to go through the signs again. That's a strike.
Wind picking up here to the right.
This is the meat of the order once again. Granger scored a run today. That's definitely a strike. It's 1-2. No, tried the curveball. That definitely didn't happen. It's 2-2. A real nice night here at George Taylor Field. Brisk though.
For
A
June,
little
it is
ch-
quite brisk.
Yeah,
Seeing a few winter coats out there
just a little low.
in right field.
Full count. Yeah, hoods are up.
Blankets are out.
Blankets are out. Absolutely.
See
Like
that
a-
hot chocolate cart roaming through the crowd.
oh,
He chases that one for strike 3.
yeah, the off-speed pitch fooled him.
There's one down here in the bottom of the 7th.
Alex
Right
Keane
fielder,
stepping
number
up.
25, Alex Keane.
Did you notice what he did with the bat before he got into the box there on the grass? Yeah, I wonder what that is.
I've seen that a couple times today, actually.
Yeah. That pitch isn't really working for Bennett right now, but he's only tried it a few times. It's 1-0.
You know, we should write that down and maybe ask him that next time we talk
Mhm,
to
yeah.
Alex Keane. What that's all about.
Ooh, I think he just got that little down in the bat. That's a fly ball to center. Squeezed out there by Polly Goodness. 2 outs. Carry on my wayward son is playing, so that must mean Andrew Bishop
Now
is
batting,
stepping into the
first
box.
baseman, number 10, Andrew Bishop.
One and oh. Just missing low.
2-0.
It's got kind of a little like herky-jerky kind of delivery. Ground ball to first. It's working though. 3-1. That's it. 3 up, 3 down through 7. It is 8-4. Alexander still in the game. Top of 8. He's been fantastic so far. Son of Scott and Priscilla Alexander. Led his high school team in 2023 in wins and innings pitched. Played baseball, ski racing, and soccer in high school. Favorite song or group? Lil Wayne. Heard it here first.
You got it.
Alexander's been wonderful. See if he keeps that up here in the 8th. He's going to face Decker, Paletto, and Polly Goodness.
Now batting catcher number 15, Jonathan Decker.
Decker's popped a short, struck out, walked today. Decker out of Lafayette College takes strike 1. One at bat, college this year. This is a strikeout. Ooh, goodness.
That was a curveball.
That was a
right there.
fun one to watch as well. That was sublime.
Wow.
That was a nice
Sublime.
pitch. Yes. Not the bad band, the really good word to say.
I kind of enjoyed that,
That was.
band, actually.
Did you?
I did, yes.
Okay.
I did.
Again, it's a subjective
Don't
thing.
practice Santeria.
Who am I to say?
I ain't got no crystal ball.
That is strike 3. Oh, that was delightful.
Alexander is dealing.
Sublime, delightful. All the good words. We're using them this inning. Here at George Taylor Field again. Deep in the heart of the glove box of the Niagara region, Merritton, Ontario, the place where dreams
Now
come
batting
true.
number 12, Jacob Pilato.
Jacob Paletto up.
Can't announce when the mid-pitch.
Singled. He's walked. He's K'd.
It happens up there, not up here.
Oh, that pitch. He's really on that pitch this inning.
Absolutely.
He wants more good words.
One-on-one, Matt.
Tried it again. Fallen in love with that pitch, but he wasn't first because I think I fell in love with it first. Two and one. One out. Nice pitch. Fouls it off for a 2-2. You know, I think something hard and heavy right here would be well timed.
It's been working for him.
He's thrown a lot of. Tried it again. Now he's like super queued up for it. Super queued up for the fastball. Foul ball siren.
That's the longest summer we've had
It
all
has.
day.
It's finding its confidence again.
It was a little delayed, but it got there in the end. And a lucky fan gets a souvenir.
Crisis
ball.
of confidence for the foul ball siren today. Much talked about here at the park. Curveball again. Why listen to me? What do I know? That's 2 Ks in a row. Man. Man, that curveball's getting like double pay this inning.
Oh my.
Now batting
It's
number
a
2,
walk-up song.
Polly Goodness.
Hey, it's Polly Goodness. Polly, oh my goodness. Oh, another curveball.
Showing
I-
bunt there.
Yeah.
They can't swing at it, bunt at it, I guess.
Well, it's kind of Goodness college career. He's like 3 extra base hits. I believe he had like 45 hits. So you get the idea. He's getting on however he can, but not usually by extra base hits. Let's see. Yeah, 41 hits, 3 extra base hits, 423 on base percentage in college last year. Lemoyne out of Palmyra, New York. 3-0. That's a walk.
It's going to help us on base there. Getting on base every way he can.
Batting the second baseman, number 4, Dean Spoto.
Dean Spoto's up. He's 0 for 3 today with a walk. Goodness is prone to stealing a base, and there he goes. Fouled off by Spoto. Good old George Taylor Field, bathed by the towering overhead lights. It looks kind of pretty today. It's a nice night, man. You know, like cool
Yeah.
weather sometimes makes everything a little crisper.
The ambiance
Well,
actually
fine,
quite
yeah.
nice with those new lights in the
Ambiance.
outfield.
Oof, fouled it off his foot.
That one looked like it hurt.
Yeah, that's never fun.
I can hear that up here.
Yes. Yeah, there's if there's one thing I don't miss about playing baseball, is that exact thing, fouling a ball off your foot. He's taking it like a champ. 0-2. I do feel Alexander's fastball, I don't know if it's made an appearance this inning. It's been a super curveball heavy inning.
It's don't break with don't if it's not working.
And I said this in the second at bat, and he struck him out with a curveball. So, but I really feel like the moment is ripe for a good fastball here.
A good setup here, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Goodness, going again. There's a curveball again. It's tough on the catcher. Nice toss.
Ooh,
You know what? Nice toss by Butts on a breaking pitch.
that's
but
right. That's
couldn't
right.
get Goodness. Oh my goodness, that's a stolen base. Runner on second base, 2 out. 1-2 on the batter. Spoto's been fooled by Alexander thus far. There's another curveball, and it just looped into center field. Cowley charging. Throw home is going to be cut off by the pitcher. By Bishop. That's an RBI. I have to think there was just way too many curveballs in a row.
Yeah, you
can't
definitely
shoot.
sitting waiting for it now.
Yeah, like
You know, I wonder if maybe he's not feeling confident in his fastball to throw it there. But you keep throwing the same pitch over and over and over again.
yeah,
Sooner or later, it's going to come back to bite you.
for sure.
It's 9-4 Pirates here.
Wensley up, fouls off the first pitch. And and sometimes the one pitch is working for you, and you don't have the other pitches working.
You're
So
right.
it's easy for us to say that up here, but
You're right. We mentioned that, I think, last home game there with Aaron Sanchez, which was quite similar at times where
right.
he'd only have his fastball working. Again, a great fastball, but
Yeah, even the best pitch, it's hard to get by with just
that's right. Especially if you know it's coming.
0-1, 2 out, runner on first. Curveball, it's 1-1.
I added it right at the beginning.
It's now 9-4. That was a run they didn't really want to give up.
No.
I mean, they didn't
Not
want to
at
give
this
up a run,
juncture
but
here.
yeah, painful. Another curveball. It's 1-2. He's one pitch away from getting out of this inning. It's still overall been a really great outing for him.
I think so. He's been very effective. Again,
Yeah.
he's
I'd like to see him end it with an exclamation point here. Got him with the curveball.
got it.
He's stuck with this thing. One run on one hit. 9-4. favorite walk-up song is playing.
Number 15, Marcus Butts.
Marcus Butts, the catcher, up now. He's walked. He's been hit by a pitch. Grounded to short, and there's a single through the hole between third and short to lead off the inning. They scored 2 runs today. Looking to score another one. And the Ironbacks could use
Now coming back,
another
the
run.
center fielder, number 8, Cowley.
Keanu Cowley up now. Sydney, Australia, as we mentioned. Attending Hartford Community College this year. 28 at bats for the Fighting Owls. Why are the Owls fighting? Nobody's sure, but they are. 28 at bats. He had 14 runs, 13 RBIs, hit 321 with 2 doubles. Those are pretty impactful. I missed a balk while I was talking about. Oh, there, balk from Bennett gets Cowley over to second. Excuse me, not Cowley, Butts. Cowley's at the plate, trying to make something happen. Ooh, that was a fatty too. Fouled that one off. That was a pitch to do something with. And he just missed it. 0-1 on Cowley. Oh, he just missed it again. 0-2. You know, Bennett's been really effective. He's not knocking you out with what he's
No,
tossing up there, but
he's getting out still.
0-2. I feel like Cowley's going to want those 2 pitches back if something good doesn't happen here. 1-2. That was you know what? That was a good pitch. We're going to waste one a little bit. Just outside of the strike zone. 1-2 on Cowley. Played on the New Zealand under-18 team.
Runner's
Oh, wow. That's a long, high foul ball. Excuse me, fly ball. Aesthetically pleasing, but nonetheless an out. It's an F7.
Now batting your left fielder, number 30, Grayson Briggs.
Butts on second, Briggs stepping up. Struck out, grounded to second, got on an error by the shortstop, Anthony Hector. And again, smearing grass can be tough. Oh, that's a high chopper to second base. Well, that gets the runner over to third, but that's 2 out. And Ironbacks are rapidly running out of outs.
Now batting the designated hitter, number 24, Nolan Phelan.
Nolan Phelan back up. Last time we saw him, he had the bases loaded, nobody out. Worked the count full and struck out. That was a tough one.
That was a tough one for sure.
He's having a decent day beyond that. I mean, he singled. He got hit by a pitch. That was, again, probably no fun for him. So we got 2 out. Runners on third. Bottom of the 8th. 9-4 for the Pilots. That curveball just didn't give him the break he was hoping for. 2-0. Foul off down the left field line from Phelan. It's 2-1. So say the lights toasting out of the George Taylor sign in left field. Wind really kind of died down over the course of the game, I think.
Yeah, I think so for sure.
Oof. Wild pitch. They're going to try to come home.
Safe. Oh, come on. He was safe.
Safe.
He's safe.
Drops the ball. The
He
catcher
was
drops
safe.
the ball.
That was a fascinating play on so many different levels.
They're calling him safe. The catcher drops the ball.
So that was fascinating. The ball got away from the catcher just a little bit.
Wow, that was interesting.
Butts decided to come home, which was a choice. And initially he was called out at home, and he looked out at home to me, although some people might have felt differently about it. But I felt he was
Peanut
actually
gallery
out.
up here in the press box disagrees.
But
but
as it turns out, Jonathan Decker could not hold on to the ball, so the point is moot. And there you go.
takes a walk. Keeps the inning alive.
Yeah, nice job by Nolan Phelan. He's fought. Every at-bat's been contentious from him, so nice job. Caden Wilson step it in.
First at bat today.
Number 22, Caden Wilson.
Actually played in 37 games for Jamestown. He hit .302, stole 5 bases. There's a little foul ball down the first base line. Phelan off with the crack of the bat. 9-5. They got 4 outs left. They need 4 runs. Baseball's a funny game.
So you're saying there's a chance.
Exactly.
It's a nice pitch.
It was that. Yeah. It's 0-2. See what Wilson does here with 2 strikes. Good pitch. That's a strikeout. So we got 1 run on 1 hit. It's 9-5 going into the 9th.
All right.
Back. This is a big inning, of course. If the Ironbacks manage to not allow a run or prevent the other Newark from scoring, 10 lucky fans will get donuts made by financial planners.
I think it's actually Beechwood.
It's
Brought to
Beechwood.
you
It is
by the
Beechwood
financial
Donuts?
planners.
Okay.
And Alexander's back on the mound here for the 9th inning.
Alexander's back out here again.
A lot of pressure on Alexander's curveball here for those donuts for these fans.
Yeah, I'll bet you he brought his curveball.
Because it's colder.
And that's every one of his warm-up pitches has been a curveball here, too.
He's feeling it. Don't mess with a good thing,
I'm
right?
fascinated by it. It's like it's been so good today. It's hard for me to judge.
It has been an electric curveball.
But I am judging a little bit. I feel like it might be tough here for his 4th inning. Because these are all going to be guys he's faced before. Botero, DiGiacomo, and Bassard. But it's such a good pitch.
It has been great.
I'm torn. They, being down by 4 here, could really use a good inning from Alexander, who's been fantastic so far. 3 innings, 1 run given up. There's that curveball. That's a tough call. Umpire kind of squeezed him out of the top of the zone there. It's 1-0. That's a fly ball into right. That could be a little bit of trouble. It falls in. Single. Falls right in front of Keene. That's a tough, unlucky one. Keene traveled some miles to get there, but couldn't quite come up with it.
He did. Playing a little right center.
Botero with his 3rd hit of the night.
Nick DiGiacomo.
DiGiacomo, fielder choice, walked, case, struck out twice today. It's 0-1 on him. And I wasn't looking, but it sounded like a fastball. Alexander
I don't think I've ever
holding
seen
out
Angels
Patera.
and Bucks in the same game. Pretty rare.
There goes the runner. There goes a bunt.
Oh, nice bunt.
Alexander throws to first.
Oh, what's that?
They got him.
That was close.
Sacrifice bunt with a 4-run lead here in the 9th. That's strategy, I guess. I don't know. It's interesting to me.
Now batting
I mean, maybe he's looking for a hit. I mean,
26.
who would have suspected it? I didn't suspect it.
I wasn't expecting it, but got to manufacture runs, right?
And the official score, who's really in a mood today, did not call that a sacrifice. Oh. So we've got a walk,
I don't know if it's a sack
a
because
single E4, and a ground out to second for Bassard today. Just missed on that one. 2-0. Ooh, that's usually a pitch.
That was a tough pitch there.
He's been giving those away all day.
That's right. I think
No free lunch this inning.
I
though.
think the umpire's been a little inconsistent today.
Yeah. 3-0. That's a strike. That's a strike for everybody. That's a strike for the people. 3-1. Ground ball up the middle. Nice play, Mador, and a tough hop. That'll get 2. Well done.
Runner advancing to third base, though, here with 2 outs.
You know, it's been a long
Top of the
game,
ninth.
but I really thought that was a double play. It wasn't, though.
Oh, you called a double play.
Yeah, I did. So, there's runner on third, 2 out.
You know, even professionals make mistakes
Even
sometimes.
professionals. What can you expect from me then?
I'm calling you a professional after your second career play-by-play game.
Thank you.
You're doing pretty well.
Why not?
Double play notwithstanding.
Nice pitch. 1-1. Alexander's 1 out away from having a really nice outing.
And donuts for fans. That's
Yeah, we're close to 10 free donuts.
oh, that
Ooh, that hurt everybody in the press box.
looked like
Everybody
a strike
felt the same pain.
up here.
Yeah. Ground ball, that's
Oh,
just through.
Just eats up Bishop
Just
there at
through
first
Bishop.
base.
That's a single.
That's going to score a run.
That's a single. That's a shame. What's the matter with Anthony Hector that he didn't think that we deserved 10 free donuts?
The nerve.
That's,
Why
yeah,
beach with donuts, man?
that's a shame. Just slipped through Bishop on first base. That makes it 10-5. It's a big mountain to climb. Another strike from Alexander. He's 1 strike away from getting out of the 9th here. I can still respect this outing. That's curveball again. What do you pitch think's coming here? Outside.
I didn't want to say it, but a curveball.
I wasn't actually being facetious. I thought maybe he might mix it up there, but it's 0-2. 1-2, excuse me. There it is. Curveball, bounce, just fouled on the third base line, but in play. curveball, 2-2. Just missed at the top of the zone with that. Ooh, he missed it up there a little bit. He really squeezing him at the top of the zone. That's full count now. Full count, runner on first. 10-5 Pilots. Ooh, just fought that one off. Wooten singled, reached base on air and grounded short. He's had a good day. And he's looked really good at the plate. Looked real dialed in. He's made every pitcher work hard today. Newark does that. That's just kind of what they do.
And it's their bread and butter.
There you go. It's another K for Alexander, but that's 1 run on 2 hits. It's 10-5 for the Pilots going into the bottom of the 9th.
Bennett's still in the game.
Fan
It's the bottom of the 9th. Warming up now for the Newark Pilots is Brady King, a new pitcher. See what we can tell you about Brady King.
The New York Pilots. Number 14, Brady King.
He plays for the Barry University Athletics. His hometown is West Palm Beach, Florida. Two-way player. Senior year of high school, actually had a batting average of .361. Went 5-2 on the mound with a 1.74 ERA. It's top of the order for the Niagara Ironbacks. They need to find 5 runs this inning. And as Kwai Chang Kane once said, on Kung Fu the legend continues, a flood begins with but a single drop of water. Mator squares around, pulled back. I think it was mostly posing there. I don't think he meant it.
It's an interesting call here in the bottom of the 9th.
If anybody's curious of how cold it is right now, Jesse's got a hood on. Cold. There you go. That's a sharp single into left field to start things.
He's going for 2. He's going for 2.
He got under that. That's
wow.
Such an interesting choice.
Wow,
Down 5.
that was
that was such an interesting choice.
Risky play there.
And he got in with the slide.
He did.
Because
he did. It was.
Yeah, I mean,
it was close.
Yeah, the ball got there before he did, but he made a nice slide. So
if there was video replay, we may have gone to that.
Double start off. Brock Granger, who's had a decent day. 2 singles, 2 for 4, scored a run. There's a little grounder to second base. 4-3, that's 1 out.
As
Mador
Chester
moves
Drummond
up
would
to
say,
third.
routine play at first.
Dean Spoto with a nice play there at second base. He's done well in the field. Heart of the order again, Alex Keane. Hardest hit ball today by an Ironback would have been Alex Keane in the third inning. He doubled into the gap
Number
and right.
25, Alex Keane, now batting.
That's low in the dirt. Outside. 2-0. It's got a lot of kind of arm in his pitches.
He does.
You know?
Right.
Oh, we found strike zone there. 2-1. No curveball. Finding the heart of the strike zone. Keane steps back in. Ooh, strike 2.
That was a big
2
cut
and
there.
2. It was. I think he surprised him a little bit with the velocity on that pitch. That was a wrinkle for this at bat. 2 and 2. Full count. It's funny. He has that kind of herky-jerky motion, and it almost feels like the ball gets on the hitter pretty quick, a lot quicker than you would think based on the
For a
velocity.
shorter
of
guy
which it's
too,
going.
right?
Yeah.
He's got a
Got him.
strike 3 call for the second out.
Ironbacks are down to their last out.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 10, Andrew Bishop.
Busted him inside there to start the at-bat. Bishop's had a tough day to plate. F9. Fly to the sacrifice fly, so 1 RBI. Grounded second, grounded to first. That's outside, 1-1. Brady King, not the most imposing pitcher out there, but certainly getting it done so far. Whew, mercy. That's strike 2. Not my favorite call. Whew, just fought that off.
Stays alive.
1 and 2. 2 out. Bottom of the 9th. Pilots up by 5 runs. Ironbacks looking for a miracle. It's a grounder just over the third base bag. This could be a long toss. Oh, and it gets away from the first baseman.
Scores a run.
The game is still alive.
Stay alive. Stay alive.
They're going to call that a single for Bishop. That was a long throw from third baseman Christian
The
Patera.
catcher, number 15, Marcus.
Marcus Butts up at the plate. Butts trying to keep this game going. 10-6 now. Bishop on second. They had a single and an E5 there. They got him to second. That's ball. It's 1-0. Ooh, just in on the hands of a little
Beats him up.
loper.
That might get
This will be
there.
interesting at first base. What do you
there.
know? My
Runners at the
goodness.
corners.
A single for
I was at the first base.
Butts keeps the inning alive.
Runners at the corners.
Oh, we just need a little Australian magic, I think.
I think
is
so.
all. Runners up first and third.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 8, Kiana Cowley.
Keanu Cowley coming up to the plate.
That was a weird one.
Cowley struck out, single, hit by a pitch, flied out to left. It's outside, it's 1-0. Butts on first, Bishop on third. Oh, Cowley a little behind on that one.
He's just missing some pitches
He,
today.
he is. I feel like his timing's a little off. You know,
Yep.
like he's a little behind that one, and that last at bat he got some
He had some fat
real
pitches. Yeah.
middle of the zone.
Oh, geez.
Oh goodness, he's taking a beating up there too. That's the second time he's been hit real hard.
That one looked
Bases
like
are
it hurt
loaded.
again.
Don't look
Bases
now, but the
are
tying
loaded.
run is coming up to the plate.
Wow.
Grayson Briggs
Now
stepping
batting.
in here.
The left fielder, number 30, Grayson Briggs.
You know, Briggs can actually run the 60-yard dash in 7.1 seconds,
Wow.
sometimes known as a little bit faster than I can.
We can use a little bit of that speed right now if he gets a
You
hit.
could. Any which way you get on base.
Manager
Again.
Griffin's giving him some insight there on the third
Big fan
base.
of Ken Griffey Jr. growing up. As you can see, he's modified his swing. He used to have an exact replica of the Ken Griffey Jr. swing. That's strike one. Good pitch right on the corner. Give credit to Brady King. That was a good way to start the at-bat from his perspective. 10-6. Ironbacks down by 4. Tying run now at the plate in the person of Grayson Briggs. King, perhaps sensing the pressure.
Steps off a couple times there.
Merritt Organist came to life for a second. Ooh, fouled that off. We're now down to your last strike. We've been down to our last strike before in this inning. This is not new territory. See how Briggs does. 0-2. Oh, that's a pop-up to the shortstop. Anthony Hector made a bit of an adventure out of it, but it's a pop out to short to end the game. 10-6 Pilots over the Ironbacks. Always fun to be out at a baseball game in Merritt.
Brings the record of the Ironbacks down to 1-5 now.
This Sunday,
Yeah.
June 15th, Father's Day, as the Ironbacks are set to take on the Geneva Red Wings for a doubleheader.